If you want to be successful on Shopify in 2025, you must know these secrets and you also must implement them. So right now, we're gonna go through 5 fail-proof secrets guaranteed to get you to your next 10K in 2025. Let's go.
This video is sponsored by Traffic Ninjas. It's 2025, Silvia. It's a new year. We're going to have a new president in the United States.
Yes.
It's a new world in technology.
Yes.
It's new economy. Things are shifting and changing.
Yes.
The stock market is kind of at all kind of new levels that it's been at before.
Yes.
So lots of things have changed, right?
Lots of things that change. And as a result, e-commerce is not going to be the same.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think that, oh, now in 2025, let me just do the things that I did in 2024 and
Marketing in 2025 like you were in 2024 or 2023 or 2022, but then
sorry,
we need to
ain't gonna happen.
shift gears a little bit here.
We need to shift gears because these things are gonna be changing. And a lot of these things, guys, we don't know yet if they're gonna be changing for the better or worse, specifically for you, what your preferences are, but they're just gonna be changing.
We know it's gonna be different.
We know it's gonna be different, and that's when you've got to be ready if you really wanna crush it with your store. So we will go, as always, through our SWOT, so strengths, weaknesses, opportunities,
and
Ninja X Factor, through all of these secrets. And of course, we're starting from the least important. We're going to the most important one that you absolutely must master to hit your next K.
And like always, we're going to be running strictly on time for 3 minutes for each
Always
one.
strictly on time.
So with that said, let's get the 3-minute timer ready.
Yes.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. First up is a high converting theme.
Yes.
So why is this a secret for 2025, a high converting theme? Well, I'm glad you asked. Yeah.
Some of you might have seen the live stream that Kristen did a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
So as you guys know, Shopify essentially releases 2 major updates. We've got a winter update that's just gone, and we've got a summer update.
Yes.
In Australia, just by the way,
It's the opposite.
it's the opposite, summer and winter. So right now we've got the air conditioning cranking up. It's freaking hot, but that's none of your none of your concerns.
None of your concern.
And so essentially we've got 2 updates on Shopify every single year. And what you want to make big ones, and what you want to make sure is that you've got a Shopify theme that supports that.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, what we want to be avoiding is having those expensive customized themes that don't evolve with the updates.
Yes.
You need to have a highly converting theme. So you want to be choosing a theme that many stores are using that is working well, that you can just adapt and tune into and just tweak it around a bit, but not actually code and customize and change
because
things.
if it's a very niche theme, it could be that the business loses funding and they're not going to keep up with the updates.
Yes.
It's going to look crap on mobile. So maybe when you go on desktop, you're going to be like, oh, there is nothing to see here. Everything is working well.
Yes.
But then your customers might not be checking out. You might not be suddenly collecting the money.
So a question for you is, what theme are you using, and is it a popular one? Is it a highly converting theme? Is there another theme that's going to serve your needs better?
And have a look when it was last updated.
I was about to say, pro tip, check when it was last updated, because in 2025, people expect to be able to go to the website on their phone, make the purchase, let's go, bang, add to cart, check out, let's go.
Exactly.
If you've got a poorly optimized mobile experience in your store right now, in 2025, then it's going to be creating a lot of friction and people are going to be bouncing.
Or if you're going to have a theme that's will not be supporting AI, for example, right?
Yeah.
We've seen that we're getting more and more AI integration into all of the online stores. And so if your theme is not going to support that and is not going to integrate well with other technology, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so some popular ones that we like though, there's 3 that come to mind.
Yes.
I know what your favorite one is.
No, that's okay, you go.
I really like Flow. It's not a free one, it's a paid one, but I like Flow. It's a bit of a premium theme. It's a couple $100 to get it, but I think it's a really worthwhile one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Your favorite one?
I like Dawn. I like Dawn because it's like out of the box, it's free.
Yes.
So many stores use it, they always get updates.
All of the out-of-box themes are great, actually.
Yeah.
So I think they're fine. And another one that we hear about a lot is the Beautify. So check that's a paid one as well. It's a monthly subscription for that one.
Yes.
But you can check that out. But you want a highly converting theme.
Yes, and one last thing, Kristen, where can they check for updates?
Where can they check for updates? That's the 3 minutes. We haven't even talked about the strengths, weaknesses,
That's okay. I think we covered it.
Okay.
Where can they check for updates? Like how do you know if a theme has been updated?
That's a great question. I don't know specifically right now on the spot, but what I would check would be the release notes. Normally in the theme store.
So I go Dawn
release
notes, Shopify.
Yeah, check that out. What does it say?
Dawn theme, e-commerce website, release notes version 15.2. October 2024.
Yes, you just look, it's going to be either change log or release notes, just to see a log of how often have they been updating it. You can probably see in the Shopify theme store.
You can see that inside Shopify theme store. So simple answer, yes, you do know.
Yes.
It's inside Shopify theme store.
Alrighty.
And it's called release notes, which to me already, you lost me at hello. This is too techy for me. But anyway, release notes.
All right.
Number 2.
But X Factor.
Okay, what is the X Factor?
Well, having a highly converting theme, 5 out of 5.
Oh, the numbers. Okay. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Yeah. For me, yes, but then at the same time, that's always been the case.
Yeah.
So in terms of like a new insight, 3 out of 5.
Oh, it's just a new insight. But in terms of importance for me,
importance.
Ninja X Factor,
Take person.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
If you don't have a highly converting thing, you're not going to have any checkouts.
Sure.
No conversions.
No. Yeah, that's
What good is a store with no conversions?
Yeah, nothing.
Let me ask you.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one, which is automated abandoned cart recovery.
Yes.
That's a nice, clean mouthful there, right?
Yes, nice and clean.
Automated abandoned cart
Why
recovery.
in 2025?
AACR.
Yeah.
Let's put the timer on.
Why in 2025 while you're putting the timer on?
Go. 3 minutes.
Yes.
Why in 2025? Well, there's just so much more competition than there's ever been before.
Yes, 2025, guys, because of the AI, the automation, the changes in trading, the changes in what customers expect. We are also expecting 2025 for the interest rates to go a bit lower again, right? So, which means we're expecting consumer confidence to increase and be spending more.
Yes.
And as a result, automation is the key.
Super important, yeah.
Yeah.
Because for every person that comes to your store, adds the cart and doesn't buy, that's like a missed opportunity. So you've got to have automation there to recover those
And the ratio
sales.
is normally 3 to 1.
Yeah.
So you typically get 3 people add to cart and only 1 purchase. So think about it.
Yes. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, X factors. So weaknesses for abandoned cart recovery is that there's a little bit of setup involved. So that's something that you've got to figure out the tech and get it done. But there's enough tools out there, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah, but maybe they haven't seen the video before.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tools?
Klaviyo is one of the tools there. Any of your email autoresponders. Shopify even has it built in. You can use the Shopify built-in one.
Yes.
There's plenty of tools.
Just use it.
Use it.
Yes, use it. And can I go to opportunities?
Sure, please.
So opportunities, so many business owners, they're like, oh, but I send one abandoned cart email. I don't want to bother people too much.
I don't want people to unsubscribe?
Yeah, because they're going to be just upset that I'm saying, no, do it. Just follow up. So major opportunity is signing up to your competitors' mailing list.
That's a great idea.
Abandoned cart.
Check out on their website.
Yeah.
And put in your email.
Put in there and then abandoned cart.
Yeah.
And then see what their flow is and make it better. Okay. We don't want to copy anybody. We want to model and make it better. So the major opportunity is take your competitors' abandoned cart flow and make it better. Often you will see that your competitors will have 2, max 3 abandoned cart emails. Make it 4. Yeah. Why not making 4? In the fourth one, you just say, hey, one last follow-up. Here is the special offer. Love it or leave it. And we find abandoned carts. Oh, guys, they convert like crazy.
The open rates and the click rates are crazy high.
Crazy high.
Especially if you send the first one quite timely, like within 30 minutes of abandoning the cart. And then you send another one the next day, and maybe the next day, and depends on what industry you're in and price point.
Shopify and Klaviyo already have some templates pre-built.
Yeah.
But if you want to make them more sexy, use our best friend ChatGPT for the subject lines and for the text. Feed ChatGPT what it already got there to make it better, more personalized. And Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, I love it.
X Factor.
X Factor for me, 5 ninja stars.
5 ninja stars for sure.
Alrighty, so now we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Which is UGC.
UGC, or user-generated content, but not just user-generated content, specifically reviews, okay? So why in 2025, guys?
Say Silvia, that's not new. Reviews and UGC.
It's not new.
It's not new. So why now?
But in 2025,
3-minute timer.
What we're gonna see is even more content out there, more competition, more ads. Okay, consumers want to make a choice, but consumers are being overwhelmed with the information. Everybody's promising that they have the best product out there, and so what they are looking for. Consumers are looking for validation, okay? If I am an 18-year-old girl, I'm not looking for validation from a 50-year-old man. I'm looking for validation from an 18-year-old girl. That's why reviews with user-generated content, with real pictures, with real people, just do crazy things for conversions.
Yes.
Like
yes.
really.
It's the herd mentality too,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Like
people lining up for the hipster coffee shop or the club, the nightclub
yes.
or the bar. When there's the long line, people just join the line. Oh, what are we lining up for here?
Yeah, we're just lining up because everybody else is lining up and we're gonna miss out.
Like,
oh my God, we want to be with the cool people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that is absolutely huge because everybody's looking for reviews from somebody who is like them.
Yes.
Okay. Like for example, we wanted to go on a cruise. And first thing we were like a YouTube video, let's watch this cruise. And we were looking at what is the crowd like? Is the crowd going to be compatible with us? And then at that point in time for that specific cruise, it was around Hawaii. We made the decision not to go because we're like, this is not for us.
Yeah, it's a different crowd.
It's a different crowd for what we were looking for at the time. Examples for tools.
For tools, for UGC, looks, we talked about it in this video here. You can check that out. We've got more details on that.
Yes.
And also Judge.me.
Judge.me.
Those are two big ones. But there's others as well.
Yes. So those of you guys, we also talked about it before. Those of you guys, and now this is really so much more important in 2025 than it was before. So opportunity. If you don't have many reviews yet or don't have reviews with your ideal customer avatar in there, get the ideal customer avatar, whether it's your friend or family member or whoever. Give them the product, give them a sample of your product, or let them order it, whatever, and then get them
those reviews.
Get those reviews.
Yeah,
with those avatars in there.
Yes. Absolutely. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities.
Opportunities, and X Factor. X Factor, I reckon, is 5.
Yeah, I think 5 stars, 5 ninja stars for me too, because this can drive conversions through the roof.
Yes.
And without it, it's gonna really...
Yes, and you can also use it for social media.
Yeah.
So remember, inside social media, people want to see people who use the product so that they can make the decision if it's for them. It's much harder to get a piece of content to convert really well and go viral if there is no human involved. Zup. I said too much.
One last question on that. What about the idea of incentivizing people to do the review? What do you think about that? I know we've talked about it before. We've got mixed...
Like incentivizing your customers to do that?
Yeah, like win a survey, win a Starbucks gift card, win something, get a something, do this and you get 10% off. What are your thoughts on that, just briefly?
Yeah, good question. I always like to think commercially.
Yeah.
So don't just pay for it because then they just expect it and then they're just gonna people know when they are reading a paid review, but you can offer incentive. So there is a difference between paying and incentivizing, and there could be an incentive like, hey, give us a review and you get 20 of your next purchase, and that customer is already profitable for you because you've already paid for the customer or worked really hard to get that customer to your store for them to purchase. So actually incentivizing them with a discount to do another purchase and a review, perfect.
Okay, I love it. Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Number 4, influencer and micro-influencer influencing marketing.
Yes, and it's number 4 because it's so extremely important in 2025. The reason why it's so important in 2025, even more so than 2024, is because the social media giants are increasing the frequency of how often we see ads on our scroll.
Yes.
Guys, pay attention to that.
Yes.
The frequency is higher than it was in 2023. It's higher than it was in 2020. It's higher than it was in 2019. It's freaking higher than it was in 2017, right?
It's crazy when I look on Facebook in particular. First go through Facebook, how frequent those ads, like every third, fourth post is an ad now, almost. It's crazy.
Yes. And so because of that, what's actually getting more attention is once again the content that seems to be more organic,
like more raw,
and these are the influencers who essentially are people who are followed by others, okay, because of some specific themes. Now, these influencers, specific when we're talking about influencers, we specifically refer to micro-influencers. Micro-influencer is anyone who has between 2 to 20,000 followers. These micro-influencers typically have a community that's very tight. People who follow them like to buy everything they've got. And so the funny thing is that they have a smaller audience, but they're actually so much more influential with the community because they can be more personal. And the more personal they are, the more people buy. And so in 2025, this is extremely important to really understand who those micro-influencers are, who are perfect for your brand, and how to work with them. Now, weakness. Major weakness is that it only works if you've already made sales, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have never made sales, and you try to work with an influencer, then they're going to take you for a ride and you're not going to sell many products because you don't really know your ideal customer. They don't know your ideal customer.
You need to know some benchmark metrics too, right?
Yes.
Like what's the conversion rate typically?
Yes.
What's, some things like that.
Yes, exactly.
How do you know is the problem the product or is it the influence of the way they're marketing the product?
Yes.
You don't know if you haven't sold it before, right? So that is a big weakness.
It's really important. So we typically don't recommend working with the influencer unless you already have sales. Consistently.
Yeah.
Alrighty, opportunity, the smaller influencers with a tighter audience.
They want to work with brands, right?
Yes, they want to get a brand deal.
Yeah.
They want to get a brand deal.
They want to grow their channel.
Because they want to grow the channel.
They want to earn some money.
Always remember, guys, that some influencers will work with you just because they feel like it's going to make them famous. Like the significance factor is really high.
Yeah.
So that's a big opportunity right there. And also, they're going to be better value, smaller influencers. So
a lot better value.
A lot better value.
A lot better.
Guidance, don't ever pay more than $200. And you normally want to ask for 2 or 3 reels plus 1 story.
Yeah, or even if it's a bit more, but like because of inflation in 2025.
Nah, I wouldn't.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't. Only once it delivers a win-win. Once it delivers a win-win, you can always increase the rate later. Like remember
That's true. Get started off.
Remember that we've overpaid so many people,
for so many
people for so many things for so long.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if your business is not making money, nobody eats, and they're not gonna get the repeat business from you either.
That's true.
X Factor.
X Factor for me, this one's a 4 out of 5 ninja stars.
Yeah, for me as well. Like, it's super important, but sometimes it's really difficult to find the right fit.
Yes.
And then you have to go back and forth, and that can be sometimes
when you
tricky.
strike the right one, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of like fishing around and finding the right one. That's why it's 4 for me. It's very important, but yeah. Alrighty, on to the last one.
Last one, the big one, the best one, the one that, guys, if you master this one, like just this one thing alone can get you to $50,000, $100,000 per month without actually spending any more money to what you were probably already spending. Like this one alone is just like gold.
So we're talking about here leveraging AI to dramatically increase the speed of everything that you do.
Yes, but guys, dramatically, not just by like a little.
3 minutes, let's go.
By a lot.
Yes.
Not by a little, by a lot. All right, so strength.
So strength. AI is everywhere, right? It's in your Shopify Magic, it's in ChatGPT, it's in Jasper, it's in all of the email tools. Like it's everywhere, right?
It's in Meta.
It's in Meta. It's everywhere. It's in YouTube. It's in all the platforms.
And it's not new.
It's not new, right? But in 2025, the things you could use AI for a lot of things. But what you really want to, in my opinion, what you really want to be focused on is marketing. You want to be using your AI like a marketing employee to be driving you, creating content ideas, content production, marketing, material, emails, all of the things that you need to put out there to drive traffic to your store. Because without that, I mean, what is a store with no traffic? That's why we're called traffic ninjas, right? If you have an e-commerce store with no traffic, you don't have a store, you don't have a business.
Exactly. And so what you really want to master, and out of all of the different tools that are out there, personally, I would think if you want to master one tool, then I would master ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And so many business owners are like, what do you mean? They just ask a question and get a response. No. Like learning how to work it, how to get it prompt, get it rework it, like that is a skill.
Yes.
And you must learn it in 2025, because if you're not going to learn it in 2025, you're not going to be able to keep up with where the market is going, to create email sequences without any help.
Yes.
To create social media posts, to create text for your product pages, for your website. It just needs to dramatically increase everything.
Yes.
And the problem is that so many business owners don't know how to work with it. Like the thing is that first you get it to give you ideas, but then you actually need to collaborate with it, and you need to feed it things, and you need to ask it specific things. Like for example, recently I was working on a marketing sequence, on an email sequence for 10 days that normally would take me like at least 4 or 5 days to put together, because you write every single email. But now I was like, hey ChatGPT, this is what I'm thinking. It's gonna be a 10-day sequence. It starts with this, it's gonna end with this. This is gonna be the offer. Give me the whole sequence. Brrr. 15 minutes. The sequence was the sequence was done. But did I use that first sequence?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it needs a lot of rework, right?
It needs a rework.
When I say a lot, I mean a little bit of prompting here and there.
Yeah. And then it's worth paying the $20, whatever it is, for the
paid one.
For the paid one, because in the paid one, you can make like slight tweaks, and then you say, hey, based on these slight tweaks, give me an updated version.
Yeah.
And then you say, hey, insert some emojis. Hey, increase urgency. Hey,
make this a bit more emotional.
Make this more 20% more emotional.
Hey, stop using these terms that you keep using. Like
yes.
this.
Hey, always use the signature, or make the subject lines more blah blah, right?
Yeah.
More like make it more shocking, make it more whatever.
Yeah. So the paid,
really important.
The paid account's worth it.
So worth it.
Of course, there's many other tools out there that say, oh, this is an AI tool, that's an AI tool, but many of them, you may not know this, but many of them actually just use ChatGPT in the background.
Exactly.
So that's why I think if you're going to learn a tool, learn ChatGPT.
And also, like you need to, you can use it to help you create offers. Like sometimes we run out of creative ideas. Like some of you are like, okay, but I just have this product. Then it's like, okay, well, you can feed to ChatGPT and you say, hey, I've got this product. These two are the best sellers. These are not the best sellers. Give me some ideas on some offers that I could use together. So it gives you, offers that you can essentially use to promote the same thing, but it will always seem different.
Yes.
And do you know what's the best thing about it? That and you can see I'm getting really passionate about this. Every single consumer buys because of different factors, and they might find a slightly different offer more attractive. So even if it's the same product, but you spin around how you position it and promote it, it's gonna seem to the consumer as a completely different offer, okay? Because like BOGO is not an offer. Like an offer needs to be about the positioning and marketing, and so you can ask ChatGPT to help you with that, and it's just gonna come up with 7 or 10 or however many ideas you give it, and then you just go back and forth.
You can say, hey, give me more. I don't like any of these 7. Give me 7 more.
Give me content ideas. Give me descriptions to go with my reels. It's just key, okay?
So while ChatGPT is not new,
it's not new.
Using it as a marketing employee in 2025 is super important.
Exactly.
And you're going to have to do that in order to be driving more traffic and more sales through your website.
And sure, you can use it to help you with customer service.
Yeah.
But customer service is problem after you make sales.
Yeah, and you need to make a lot of sales before customer service is a problem. So that's what we think, and I think that 80% of your effort and focus as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, as a Shopify business owner, Shopify go-getter, is to be working on marketing and sales and driving those conversions, traffic and conversions.
And getting ChatGPT to be a number one employee. You're the director, it's the employee.
Absolutely.
So for example, one of the things we also do, and that I highly suggest to do that, is that if you do have ideas of your own, or if you do have some work that you've already done, then run it through the language model and let it say, hey, actually make it better. And what did you make better? And when we say better, then we need to be specific, like make it shorter, make it punchier, make it 30% more emotional.
More conversational.
Make it more conversational, make it sixth grade level, make it 4th grade level, because we know it needs to be simple for it to convert well.
Yep.
Give me a story. Give me a story that would really well connect to this type of avatar. Like so many of you guys are selling these incredible boutique products, and it's stories that sell those products, right? So
yes, amazing. So at 3 minutes, I think I forgot to push the button, but we're probably well over. So X Factor?
5 out of 5.
For
this
me,
is like 7 out of 5.
Say it's a 7 or 8 out of 5 for me as well.
And it's a must in 2025.
Must in 25. Must.
But it's not just a must, it's also still untapped. Because if you are having difficulties, we're still learning how to use it ourselves.
Yes.
So just imagine just imagine how much head start is it going to give you as a business owner if you really start focusing on using ChatGPT and using it properly the right way to increase productivity. The word is productivity, because what you essentially want as an entrepreneur is to fail as fast as possible and find out as fast as possible what didn't work. And ChatGPT can absolutely help you with that. And so that's why in 2025, this is a major opportunity, because it's still relatively new. And so if you put a little bit of focus into it, you can have just an incredible head start.
I totally couldn't agree more. So that's 5 secrets and tools for 2025 to hit your next 10K. If you want to learn 5 other ways to hit your next 10K and beyond, then check out this next video and we'll see you there. Let's go.
Let's go.